Hey, what is going on, guys? How you guys doing? It has been a while since I made a video. I'm sure all you guys are probably wondering where I've been. Basically, a lot happened to the channel, which is a pretty long story, so I'll save you guys all the details. But I just took a quick break from social media just for a little bit of mental recovery. But I'm really happy to tell you guys that I'm back, and yeah, I plan to make a lot of new videos for 2024. So I hope you guys will look forward to all my new videos, and yeah, thank you guys for sticking by the channel. I really appreciate it. Even if I wasn't active on the channel, you guys have still stuck by here, so yeah, thank you guys. But anyhow, today we're checking out the Gametoys Final Fantasy 15 Noctis. We were waiting on official photos of this figure for such a long time, so I just thought for my first video back that we would take a look at a super nice figure that I'm personally really looking forward to. So let's take a look at what we have here. So there's going to be three versions of Noctis. We're going to have the version of Noctis which we see in the game with this super iconic outfits, and there's also going to be another version of Noctis in his original outfit from the I believe it was like the first, trailer that we ever seen of Final Fantasy 15. It's a much different design of how Noctis looked in the final game. But I don't know, I've always loved this original outfits of Noctis, and I think it's really cool that they actually made this because we don't have any figures of Noctis in this outfit. And we're gonna have the chair, or Noctis's throne, which is probably a better term to word it. So yeah, I guess this is a bonus item which you can purchase separately if you guys want to have this, this amazing looking throne with the figure. But yeah, that's just a quick overview of all the different types of Noctis from Gametoys. Okay, so first up, let's take a look at the, I would say the main version of Noctis. And I mean, what can I say, guys? This is just incredible. I mean, this has got to be probably one of the best Final Fantasy figures I've ever seen. I think the head sculpt is super amazing. Pretty much looks exactly like Noctis from the game. Yeah, I just think it's a really amazing looking representation of the character. It's definitely much better than the Playarts Kai version, which I have both versions of the Playarts Kai Noctis. And this version right here, the Gametoys Noctis, it just completely blows those Playarts Kai figures out of the water. I really want to pick this figure up because I'm actually a really big fan of Final Fantasy 15. And I love Noctis so much. I know some people don't really like those games, but I personally really enjoyed it. What about you guys? Did you guys enjoy Final Fantasy 15? Let me know in the comments below. And also let me know who's your favorite Final Fantasy 15 character. I would say mine is probably Aranea Highwind. Just such a badass character, amazing design, and yeah, just a great character overall. And I'm still really disappointed that we never got her DLC. So anyhow, as for the release dates of this figure, it's going to be the 4th quarter of 2024, so we pretty much have a whole year to go, which is a pretty long time. So don't expect this figure anytime soon. There may be delays, there may be, whatever could happen. Now, one thing to point out with this figure, which is actually pretty important, is the fact that this figure also comes with another head sculpt with the red eyes. And from what I can see, this seems to be the only way to obtain this extra head sculpt. This version right here with the original design of Noctis, it doesn't come with the head sculpt, which is a little bit strange. I really don't know why they decided to do that. So yeah, it seems like the only way to obtain the head sculpt with the red eyes is to pre-order this standard version of Noctis. But yeah, I'll speak about that a little bit later on. I mean, look at that head sculpt. It's just one of the most spot-on head sculpts that I've probably ever seen for any Final Fantasy figure. The sculpting looks super sharp, and I love the paint job. It's very subtle. It looks almost lifelike in my opinion. And even the clothing, I mean, real clothing, real fabric materials. I really hope there's going to be like a metal frame inside the jacket piece so we can pose it without having to worry about the clothing moving position. And here we have a couple photos of the entire figure. Yeah, just everything about the figure is super spot on. I don't see any single faults or complaints with the figure at all. I mean, these are still promotional photos, so anything can happen. But from what Gametoys have given us so far with the Final Fantasy 7 figures, it seems like there's not many complaints with these figures at all. They seem to be doing a super nice job, and they've probably made some of the best Final Fantasy 7 figures that have ever been made, at least in my opinion. I've actually got Cloud, Zack, and Sephiroth, so I hope you guys will expect those reviews sometime soon on the channel. And I also can't wait for the Gametoys Tifa and Aerith. I'll also make videos on those other figures a little bit later on. But yeah, here we have Noctis with both of the blades. It almost looks like they're made out of metal, I can't fully tell, but yeah, just keeping my fingers crossed that they will be made out of metal. And here's just an overview of everything that comes with the figures. So we have both the blades, a couple pairs of interchangeable hands, we have the boots, the clothing, the two head sculpts, and of course the main figure itself. Yeah, just such a spot-on figure. I'm gonna try my best to pick this figure up. So next up, we're gonna take a look at the second version of Noctis in the original outfits. Very, very nice figure. I just think it was a nice touch that they actually made this. I mean, they didn't need to make this at all. But it's nice to have the option of, you know, having the original outfits. It's better having this figure as an option than, you know, never been made at all. So I just think Gametoys have really given the fans what they want. Once again, the release date is the 4th quarter of 2024. And yeah, right here it says, the product does not include the head carving, only the main body. So yeah, it's a little bit strange. If you guys want to pick up this outfit, then you're going to need to pick up the main figure anyway. Unless you somehow manage to pick up the head sculpt with the red eyes separately, it seems like there's no other way to get this head sculpt. But anyhow, let's take a look at the figure. And here we have a nice close-up of the head sculpt. Super, super nice. Pretty much the same head sculpt as before, but of course the eyes are red. And I think the expression on the face is a little bit different. He looks a lot more angry here. I always thought he looks a bit like Sasuke from Naruto. I'm a really big fan of both Sasuke and Noctis. So yeah, for me personally, this design just works. I know some people don't like this outfit. They said it looks a bit like a bin bag, like a black plastic bin bag. Which, you know, you can see it that way if you want, but I personally just think it looks like a cool leather jacket. And it's pretty much the exact same as the original, so I don't really know what those people are complaining about. I think it looks great the way it is. And of course, if you look at the arms, we don't have any joints. Just like the Final Fantasy VII Remake figures, the body is made of rubber, and we don't have any visible joints on the figure whatsoever, which is a really nice touch. And once again, we have an overview of everything that comes with the figure. So we have the main body itself, we have the boots, few pairs of hands, we have the bag, the stands, and it seems like we have a spare pair of plastic arms, which are actually jointed, they're actually articulated. So if you guys want to switch out the rubber arms for the plastic arms, then you guys can do so. It's pretty much there in case you guys want to have the figure in a certain pose with the arms bent, so that you don't split the rubber arms if they're going to be bent for a long time. And next up, here we have the throne, which is such a nice accessory. This is going to be 1/6 scale, so this is going to be a pretty big throne. We have the dimensions down here at the bottom in case you guys want to see a specific size at how big this is going to be. From what I can see, it looks to be really nice. I think this would almost be essential to pick this up with the figure. So yeah, I'm going to try my best to pick up the throne and the main figure. What about you guys? Let me know which one you're planning to pick up. Once again, the release date is the 4th quarter of 2024, which is pretty much the same for all 3 versions of the figure. And yeah, here we have some photos of the figure itself sitting on the throne. And guys, I mean, wow, this is just super, super amazing. I think this is probably how I want to display the figure if I do pick it up. I don't think you could get the figure in any other pose that will look as good as this. This is just top tier posing and such a nice bonus item to include. Here we have both Noctises on the throne, so I mean, if you guys want to be crazy enough and, you know, pick up both Noctis figures and 2 thrones, then yeah, you could achieve this pose, but it's going to be super expensive, and yeah, you're going to need a lot of space to display both these figures. But yeah, here we have a side view of both Noctises on the throne. It's almost like a parallel universe, almost like the multiverse, where we have both of the different versions of Noctis that could have been. I wonder what it's going to be made out of. If it's going to be made out of wood or plastic. I personally hope it's made out of wood. I don't know why, I just think it would suit being made out of that material. And I hope the actual seat of the throne is made out of a soft piece of cushion material. Almost like a real chair. I just think that would be a really nice touch. And just as a bonus, here was the original photos, I believe from like 2021, maybe 2022. I can't fully remember, but these were the original photos, like teaser photos of the game Toys Noctis. I mean, it doesn't seem like there's a massive difference from these original teaser photos from the final product. It still looks like a very nice figure regardless, and I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this figure. A lot more videos on the way. Thank you guys for sticking by the channel, and for all Final Fantasy figure and statue news, be sure to keep a lookout on the channel. This is where you will see it first, and I will update you guys as soon as I can. We have big things for the channel in 2024, so I hope you guys will enjoy. I hope you guys had a great Christmas and Happy New Year. Take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take it easy, guys.